freshies, and I was the freshie.
Okay.
So,
Hi guys, I'm Alicia and this is Alicia's Journal. Today we continue the journey of the Black History Project and I have another special guest with me. His name is Nathan Varela. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, wow. I've been saying that, to see you as one of the youngest, because I keep forgetting, because you're so tall, I think like you're a big man with like 2 kids and stuff, but the truth is you're actually really, young. So you're 19 years old,
Yeah.
right? So you was born in the UK to Gambian and Cape Verdean parents. You was raised in Portugal, and then you basically moved here and settled down in the UK when you was about 13 years old.
Yeah, about that age.
Is that right? Okay. So one of the things that I want to speak to you is your journey, right?
Yeah.
And how that journey, especially having the parents with the heritage that you have, how that formed and shaped you as an individual, right? And also I want to touch on the narratives that you heard growing up along your journey. So this title or the theme of this particular project is Reclaiming Narratives. So tell me like what that means to you as a young Black boy living in the UK with the heritage that you have.
I mean, for me, it's a very different topic because I can't come across many people that have the same roots as me. And especially being born in the UK, spending a few years here, and then going back to to Portugal and getting raised there. I feel like I've got brought in a Portuguese way. Like every country's got their own way of bringing people up. And in the neighborhood that I lived, Verde Moreira, it was mainly Africans there, Cape Verdeans, people from Guinea-Bissau, and another countries, but I couldn't really tell you about that. So I got raised in that manner, and me coming back to the UK, it's not them countries that are the main countries anymore. We're talking about Nigeria, Ghana, Congo, like mainly Africa. And the thing about moving to the UK is it widened my vision and it opened my mind to certain things that if I carried on being in Portugal, I wouldn't have found out. So yeah, I just had to adapt and open my mind and being open to new experiences, new perspectives. And yeah, I feel like that brought me here where I'm standing.
Oh, well, we love to have you here. We love to have you here. So I think it's important that you spoke about moving to the UK. It opened up your mind because obviously you was deep rooted in a primarily African community. Yeah. But then you came to the UK and now everything's different and it's changed your mindset. So talk to me about what some of the narratives you heard, growing up and how they impacted you and changed or shifted your mindset.
If I'm thinking, I couldn't tell you a specific one, but I can tell you when I came in here, for example, I was only listening to specific genres of music. I was only dressing a certain way. Like if you looked at me, you could tell I'm not from it. You could tell I'm not from it. I'm from Portugal. Yeah. You get me? So after, for example, one of the toughest narratives was when I joined secondary and I joined in year 9. By year 9, people already settled up. There's not a lot of freshies, and I was the freshie. Okay. So I always felt like kind of out of place, and at first that kind of hurt me. Let's say like I kind of took that as no, I want to be in place, but I was out of place for so long that I was like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with being out of place. If you're out of place, it's for a reason. Absolutely. Everything happens for a reason. And then I took it as I'm not trying to fit in. I'm trying to create my own lane so people can see that you don't have to fit in. You just need to be confident to speak up and say, I don't fit in and I don't want to fit in. Right. Literally.
Okay, so it's something about empowering about you, coming here, you was in year 9, technically. Everybody had their own friendships and their friendship groups. It was hard for you to kind of navigate those spaces and integrate yourself. but at some point you just accepted, actually, I'm different and there's nothing wrong with being different.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really, really powerful. So speaking of different, you are an entrepreneur, right? You're 19 years old. That's different. That's big different. Let's be honest. Not many 19-year-olds got the head that you have on your shoulders, right? And I heard that you recently got your own apartment. Like you're actually really independent and just living life. So tell me where that mindset comes from and how that was instilled in you.
I mean, that mindset came from, again, when I moved into the UK, because as being brought in Portugal, most of my family are over there. My mom, my auntie, my grandpa, my grandma. Over here, when I came over here, the only person that I had is my dad. And when I was being brought up, me and my dad didn't really speak like that oftenly. I didn't have the bond that I have with my mum with him. So oftenly, I found myself being alone most of the times.
Yeah.
So and then I started working from a very young age. I think it was 12 or 11 when my mum opened her business.
Okay.
I helped her on that business. It was a dessert shop. Yeah, then when I moved over here for year 9, I don't think I had any job. But when I turned to year 10, I started on a dessert shop. Yeah, I stayed there for 3 months. Then moved to another dessert shop. Stayed there for like 1 month. They sacked me because apparently I didn't fit in the team.
Right.
Then after that, I even worked for the knife crime people. I've worked in fairs. I've any work that comes up to your mind, I've kind of already worked it.
Yeah.
So from a young age, I didn't ask my money.
Ask your mum for money.
Yeah, I didn't ask my mum for money or my dad for money. Like if I wanted it, I worked for it and I bought it. So and them times I was doing music. That was my way of expressing myself and my creativity. So once it reached, I'd say 17, when my dad helped me get a stable job. I started contributing towards the bills and everything. And then that's when I started seeing life more serious. Like I want something bigger for myself. And music, nowadays I see it more as a hobby. I like it, I love it, but I don't see myself making a living out of it because that doesn't fit with my character. I'm not a person to stop you in the street and be like, listen to my music.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not a person to wake up, be like, let me post a video so people can go listen to my music. No, I'm a very closed person. I like my space and I like, let's say, to be able to put out a product and not have my face in that product, behind the product.
Okay.
Like if you want to research more about that product, you'll find out it's me that made it.
Yeah.
But if you buy it and you literally just want to buy it, you won't know it's me. So
so you're like an introverted entrepreneur.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you're talking about 17. Your dad gave you the obviously the push that you needed. Now you're contributing towards the bills. Like that's really interesting. You know, you're 17. You're contributing towards the bills. Now you're thinking to yourself, I want to do something with my life. And so take me to the point where you create your clothing brand.
Basically, when I was 17, I was in second year of college. At that time, I had the name Rich or Deaf in my mind because it was...
Say the name again?
Rich or Deaf.
Rich or Deaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say it like that, you must think it's a basic name, but Rich or Deaf for me, it means being rich in all sorts of success, like personal fulfillment, experiences, all sorts, not just money.
Yeah.
And at that time, that's how I was living. Like, I want to be a person that's rich in all forms, and if I'm not, I'll die trying to be it.
Love that.
So at first it was just a name, it was just in my mind, but then I was like, you know what, I can make something out of it. So there was the textiles area in my college. I spoke to the head of that sector because I was doing Spanish, travel and tourism and music. I wasn't doing anything
textiles related.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I talked to him about my idea and everything. He said that he'd sort me out the panels and then I could do it. So what I used to do is I used to go Primark, buy t-shirts, take it to college, put the panel over them, and then print Rich or Deaf on them. Yeah. And then after that, people started to want to buy it and everything. And then I was like, cool, I'm getting a little bit of motion here. So after that, I think I sold like 3 of them. And then after, like, stuff started going wrong. Like this one, it hasn't came out as clear as I wanted. The other one, I spilled a little bit of paint on it. So I was like, you know what? I need to start with this. I need to get a manufacturer. So I think it's about to make 1 year now. 1 year ago, I got my manufacturer in Pakistan. So I started making samples and everything. When I got my first sample, it felt different. Like it felt like I brought something to life. Literally, it felt like the beginning of something.
Right.
So yeah, then after that, I'd say my first planned release, it was during the summer, because basically in my music, I was releasing a project with my friend called Favela. So what I wanted to do is support that project and include Rich or Deaf by making a summer set for it.
Right.
So I made it. I made, I think it's 5 pieces at first, yeah. The 5 pieces came to the UK. I took them with me when I went Portugal. Then we had a plan of getting 10 more ordered. But when we got 10 more ordered to Portugal, the tax was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, the tax. They tried to tax us 190 euros in customs. And these times we didn't have a lot of money. Like,
You're just starting.
We're paying videos, we're paying beats, we're paying everything, like the whole project. So that ended up getting lost. So when I came...
Shout out to our sponsors, Arts Council England, Passion Afrique, and Anais Art. Without you, none of this would be possible. You truly have helped to keep our vision and our mission going. Also, if you're an individual or organisation that would like to collaborate with us and you believe in collaboration over competition, then email us at blackhistoryproject2025@gmail.com.
Again, I started working on the current tracksuit that I'm wearing.
Love this. It looks amazing.
I appreciate it. I started working on it October 2024. Yeah, and I've just kept on working, kept getting samples back, noticed what was wrong, kept sending them back, kept working. And I feel like now, this month, I'm finally ready to release them, as I'm sitting on 20 of these tracksuits, and I've got 20 dispatched to Portugal as well, so I can sell in both places.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've done a lot in a short period of time, though. You should be really, really proud of yourself. You've done quite a few things in a short span. I want to go back, though, because one of the things that stood out to me is what people don't know is I kind of asked for some pictures when we speak. I basically, your historical pictures.
Yeah.
And you had so many pictures of your mom. It's clear that your mom is like a huge influence in your life. And now I understand why you have this entrepreneurial spirit, because it's clear that that's something that she had.
Yeah.
So talk to me about like how your connection and your bond with your mom kind of helped motivate you.
With me, my mom, from early, especially nowadays that I can see what she sacrificed for me. My mom from early, she's been the main figure in my life. I was born here. At that time, my mom and my dad, they were still together. But some issues happened, so she sent me to live with my grandma in Portugal. And then I think, if I'm correct, during that period, now I found out she'd come every month. And I remember them times I used to stare out the window trying to like stay awake till she comes. And then I ended up falling asleep, and then I wake up, she'd be right behind me. Then I think in 2011, she left here to come Portugal to live with me. And then at that point, we was just literally just bonding. She'd take me everywhere, holidays. She always showed me like, hard work gets you what you want.
Yeah.
You just gotta hard work for it. And then, it got to one point where we was crashing a lot, because I feel like at that stage in my life in Portugal, I was just following my friends. Whatever they done, I followed them. I didn't really think about it. And then I saw the pain that I was causing my mom. And then that was one of the reasons why I asked to move here. So I could kind of like give her a break. So when I moved here, the bond grew even bigger. I'd come every Christmas and summer to visit her. And then every time I go there, anything she needs, I tell her, let me know, I'll sort it out. anything she needs over here, I'll sort it out. Like with me and my mom, I'm just trying to help her in every way.
Yeah.
And she's a big part of why I'm doing this business, because from young she showed me, if you want something, go after it.
Yeah.
Just don't go for an easy way. And this is why I tell all my friends and all my generation, if you was brought up right, there's no reason why you should just ignore it. Like, you have good parents that care for you. That's a lot. There's a lot of people that don't have that.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like that's really powerful. I think I'm getting a bit choked up, actually, because I have a son who's 22 years old, and, you know, we definitely have butt heads kind of similar, and I'm sensing some resonance there. And so I think it's really, really powerful to have young Black boys like you doing something positive, right, and really showing yourself in a positive light. So speaking about showing yourself in a positive light, this picture, right? I want to ask you, you know, how did it feel to see yourself represented in this way in the spaces that typically Black people aren't even usually in? It was in the Birmingham Library, for crying out loud. That's like the biggest library in the UK. So how was that?
At first, when I first got this picture taken, I didn't think much of it. Like, I did think much of it because it was the whole space being Africa decorated, the whole energy. It was just good vibes, good vibes. And mainly, I was just trying to help my auntie out. I didn't know it was gonna be this big. Did Aria just
drag you?
Nah, she didn't even drag me. She just told me, "Oh, there's this project. I want to know if you're interested." I said, "Auntie, count me for it. Anything you need, I'm there."
Yeah.
Cool. So I came there on the day. The man of the shop helped me getting changed to the clothes and everything. At first, I think we tried a white set. Yeah. Then we tried this one. They took this picture, and then I was like to my auntie, yeah, I want this one.
Yeah.
And then she sent me the video in Wolverhampton's Art Gallery. I sent her, like, I think a 2-minute voice note. I was like, auntie, you should be very, very proud of what you did here, because it's not every day that you walk into an art gallery and you see a room full of Black people. It's not every day. And yeah, I told her, most people won't even know the hard work that's behind these pictures.
Right.
It takes a lot, and as an entrepreneur, I can tell. So I told her I'm very proud of her. I'm proud of myself as well for being a part of this project. And yeah, it's just happy. I'm just happy to see that a lot of people came together to make this project happen.
So there's going to be like a lot of young Black boys, particularly creatives like yourself. You're obviously very creative. You have a lot of vision, right? I see you as a huge visionary. Come on, 19, and you've achieved so much. So there's going to be people that they don't know where to start, right? They don't know where to begin, but then they see you in these spaces and they read your bio. So, like, what advice would you give to those people?
I'd say find something you like at first. Don't think of something in the let's say finance area. For example, let's say with me, I'd like to draw. So I started drawing from a young age, and then out of nowhere, I think it was in 2019, me and my friend just was like, you know what, we like making music. Let's just make music. We never thought, oh, let's make money off music. Let's make music first. And then when we started making music, we was like, oh, we can get money off this. Then, yeah, the both combined. But with clothes, at first, I was just like, I've always been in love with fashion. I know how to draw. Let me combine them both together and let me see what I can make. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I can actually make a business of this. So my advice would be, find what you like first. Don't question yourself about it. Don't go to it thinking buts and ifs. No, that's a no-go. Just go, learn from mistakes, and keep growing. You can't be stuck on a mistake for too long.
Right.
If something happens, as I've told you, many mistakes happened to me before in the clothes business. You identify the mistake and you just make sure it don't happen again.
Right.
And if you keep on with that mentality, when you look back, you're going to be thinking, I've already started.
Right.
And I didn't even notice. So yeah, it's one step at a time. You can't take the lift. There's only the stairs available, literally.
Only the stairs available. I love that. You can't take the left. There's only the stairs available. I love that. So, I mean, I think one of the questions that I really want to ask you is, you know, projects like this bring people together, right? And, you know, you're obviously one of the youngest in the project, but how do you feel like these types of projects and initiatives can benefit young Black people and creatives like yourself?
First of all, you can do it Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of when do you want to do it. And as a young person, I feel like it hits harder. Like it's way bigger than what it is nowadays, because most younger people, they're not really trying to do stuff like this. They're not trying to go on podcasts. They're not trying to be a part of projects. And I feel like it's because our generation kind of built a little bit of embarrassment there, but there's no embarrassment, to be honest, because once you get older, you'll look back at this and you'll think, why didn't I not try that?
Yeah.
Because right now I'm creating, for example, this podcast, this is digital footprint, something that I'd be able to show my kids that this is what I was doing when I was 19. I was actually making something to like...
positive.
Yeah, be positive.
Yeah.
Because it's, for example, let me show you. It's what I got tatted on my skin.
What does it say?
Hate will never win, love always will.
Love that.
So literally, don't try, let's say, put out hate into this world, because hate is not really worth it. Love will always get noticed. Even if it's just by one person, that person will remember you for the whole of their lives. Because,
I love that. I think what really stood out to me is that, you know, I think young people, they get wrapped up in social media, right? But social media isn't like real connection. One of the things that I think is great about this project is you get to be in the vibes, you get to be with the people, you get to feed off the energy, like really, right? It's one thing to be something on social media, but it's a whole entire different thing to be this way in the space.
Real life.
Right? And so I think sometimes what will happen is, and it didn't happen in I'm very old now, Nathan. I'm not even going to tell you my age, but it didn't happen in my day. Social media didn't influence and impact me in that way. But I think sometimes young people see social media and they see people living the rich life and the lavish life and they think, I can't do that. Like, I'm in this environment, my mum's on benefits, or, you know, we're literally living paycheck to paycheck. No way I'm going to get to where he is. And I think sometimes people see social media and it automatically kind of switches them off and stops them even going for it, because it's like the environment that I'm in right now looks nothing like what's being presented on social media. So how do I get from this spot to that spot where this person's kind of showing this lavish, you know, upstyle lifestyle? And I think that can also be a hindrance and the block for young people. So I think it's important for people like you to come and say, look, young people, connect with the older generation.
Literally.
They can impart knowledge, right? They can take you into these projects and, you know, uplift you, and we can work together. I can learn from you. Right, I know nothing about making a clothing brand, but I can tap into you anytime and pick up the phone and say, Nathan, like, let me know what's happening. I want to try and start it. So I think as long as we understand as a community, like, you can learn from each other. I can learn from my daughter who's 16 years old, and I can definitely sit down and learn from someone like you who's 19, right? And I think that is something that young people need to understand. Don't be ashamed to reach out to your elders and say, need a bit of help, need a bit of guidance. Can you help me, please? I need a bit of support, right? And I think that's really important. So I want to ask a last question, because I think, you know, you're such a complex person and you're very, very creative.
I appreciate it.
Very, very creative. And I want to know about, like, you moving forward. So the future, like, what does the future look like for you, Nathan? I mean, you've already achieved so much since October 2024. So what's going to happen in the next year for you? What's going on?
Hopefully more clothes drop. More positivity gets spread, and that's most about it, because I can't really tell you what's going to happen in the future.
I can. It's going to be great.
I
have no doubt.
That's going to be great.
I have no doubt it's going to be amazing, and I have no doubt that you're going to achieve great things. So is there any last words that you want to impart on the audience before we leave?
I just touch on that social media bit that you said. Me personally, I understand how much social media can affect us. So if you ever feel like your mental health is being affected, or that you're, let's say, less than all the people you see on social media, I'm going to give you a quick fix. Delete the app.
Right.
Delete the app. Like, it's actually okay to, you know, give social media a break. Because one thing I want to make sure is, you see, if my phone breaks today, I promise you, I'm gonna still be the same person, and I'm gonna still be able to do what I do. But you need to ask yourself that question: would you? And if you don't, or if you're not able to live your life without your phone, suggest we need to make a change to that.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
I think that is a great place to leave it. So Nathan, thank you so much for being here.
You're
Guys,
welcome.
if you would like to connect with Nathan, all of the information will be down in the description box below. Take care. Be blessed. Bye-bye.